Hello everybody, my name is Dale Rodriguez and this is my very first ever YouTube video. Uh, Probably one of the first things I should talk to you about, and the first question in your mind is, what is this guy doing here with this costume on? It's not even Halloween yet. Well, many people that know me know I'm a Kung Fu practitioner, and people in my circle locally that deal both in marketing and in Kung Fu dubbed me the martial marketer. It was really kind of a joke that started on one of our late night sessions, and it kind of stuck. So what I've decided to do is, because of the fact that several of the concepts and principles that I've learned in Kung Fu do transfer over to the online marketing and network marketing arenas, I'm kind of moving forward in that vein. Now, if you stick with me, throughout my journey here on YouTube, something you're going to find out about me is that I'm big into training. Somewhere down the line, I read that training elevates men and women to the status of angels. Now, I'm not sure if I would take it that far, but I do think that correct training can make the difference for you, can actually make or break you. But if you're going to move forward with any kind of training, be it in Kung Fu or be it in marketing, you have to have a certain clarity of purpose with that training. So what I identified for myself early on in Kung Fu and later applied to marketing are three critical questions that determine whether the training is right for me. Now, number one, I ask myself, whatever it is I'm looking at, what is this supposed to be teaching me? Number two, how does this, whatever I'm looking at, advance my goals and objectives? And then number three, how do I implement what I learned? So let's start with number one. What is this supposed to be teaching me? So we start out in whatever training we're doing with marketing or in the martial arts. We're inundated sometimes with all sorts of training, and it's like drinking from a fire hose. Something to add some clarity to what we're doing is to ask ourselves, what is this supposed to be teaching me? So whatever it is in the moment that I'm learning, I'm asking myself, what am I supposed to be getting from here? What's important in what I'm learning, and what am I supposed to be absorbing? It can't be something that's just a mishmash of information. There has to be some specificity in what I'm learning. So what is it that I'm getting from here? Once I'm satisfied that I know what I'm learning, what I'm supposed to be learning, then I ask myself, how does this advance my goals and my objectives? So I think of training as a map. If I have a map, then I need to know that the map is actually getting me to my destination. So whatever segment of training that I'm doing at the time, then I'm asking myself, how is what I'm doing now allowing me to step forward towards where I need to ultimately be? If I can't answer that question, I need to move back to maybe question number one and then re-ask myself what it is I'm actually learning here. Then, once I've satisfied myself with those two first critical questions, I move on to question number three. How do I implement what I've been learning? And this might be the most crucial question of all. Now, in the martial arts, we have a term for certain people. We call them forms collectors or routine collectors. And those are the people in the martial arts in general, Kung Fu in particular, that train in forms or routines, a series of movements, one after the other, and they collect all these forms and these routines. And they can never explain to you exactly what it is that they're doing with these routines, or what it is that it's supposed to be doing for them. What is the application? What is the realistic purpose of what we're doing. Now, in the same way, I know people that train in online marketing or network marketing, and they train, then they find another training. And then once they're done with that, well, they look for more training. And I've talked to them. Sometimes they correspond with me. And 4 months down the road, they're still training. And I ask, well, what have you done with all this training? And they tell me, well, I don't know what I've done. I'm still training. I'm still working on my training. And they never get to the realistic implementation stage. So what I'd like to do throughout all this time that I'll spend here on YouTube is look at training, look at the purpose of training, analyze where training is taking us, and then start talking and peeling away the layers of the onion as to what implementation might be. Well, I'm hoping you'll stick with me on this. I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to be doing this hopefully every day. So this will be my first soldiering in this. If you'll come back to me tomorrow, we'll start getting a little bit more specific and even more specific as time goes by. And then we'll see what it is we can put together so we can all be a success in any kind of training we're achieving.